Om Shanti. Welcome to Avyakti Parivar. Today is day 4. Constant happiness. Sada Khush. Today's topic is awareness of carefree emperors. Let's listen from Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti, everyone. Om Shanti. I'm seeing you all are waving hands, and I could see everyone's happy face, right? Baba is bestowing happiness, so why we won't be happy, right? It's only question of sustaining it, right? Today, we were looking at all our attainments and having contentment based on all attainments. It's just sometimes we forget, right? The present situation, get our mind involved, our intellect involved. And once you get involved in something, then we forget our attainments, our powers. So yes, we have to be engaged, we have to be involved, but also keep remembering that I have to remember my powers, my virtues. Baba has given us power to discern so many powers, right? So all the attainments from Baba. It's very beautiful that when we have to be carefree emperors, then what are our concerns, right? Is it concern, or is it habit of concern, or should we be concerned and then get worried, right? So I had been reflecting on that, how mind works, right? Let's say some successful, good things have happened in the past. So I have a lot of trust, confidence. I always did well. It's going to be okay. And sometimes we haven't done well, or there had been little challenges. Then I have very subtle concern that might happen again. But when Baba had been saying so much, soul consciousness, remembrance of Baba, soul consciousness, remembrance of Baba, trust, have patience. So, my intellect also was like, what homework I have to do, I have to reflect on that. But when I listen to Murli, then I pay a lot of attention to remembrance. And what I find that when there is remembrance, the present energy, what I am receiving from Baba through remembrance, whether it is my courage, it is like, it is not coming from the traces of the past. So if you look at how mind is influenced, right? It's not only situation, but there is such a long past. Of course, whatever was in our 63 births of body consciousness, but even in this birth, I went to do something, I was successful. So I have this thought in the mind that I am always successful. And there is possibility that something happens and I'm not successful. Then I'm little bit disappointed. Oh, I thought I will be successful. So lot of majority of our thoughts are coming from what we had experienced in a difficult time or in an easy time. But drama is moving. My stage is becoming Satopradhan. So my thinking at the present should be such that what I am receiving from Baba, I will use it. So sometimes is the confidence from the past, right? So we built up confidence, we built up disappointments, or something has happened in the past. So whole thing come back story. Who said what, why they said it, shouldn't have happened. So then the mind is not powerful, right? It becomes like concerns. Deeply within, we have to change that. That past doesn't bring the influence in the form of thinking pattern. Let me remember Baba and create something different, something new. Because there's fears, subtle fears, and the worry. This could happen again. This might happen again. This is what it will be. So I had been thinking deeply on how somewhere change that energy within yourself in such a way that I am not thinking based on my past experiences. Because if I have to be carefree emperor, doesn't mean I just don't care, right? I don't care for anything, so I'm carefree now. But somewhere deeply, not being influenced by the past, if I think elevated, fresh, new, so it will be very uplifting. It will be very, very good energy. So when we have to be carefree emperor, I feel first we have to be free. First, I have to be free, free from the past. So when we wake up in the morning, say good morning to Baba, then listen to Murli, and keep your remembrance, your attention on the thoughts, as Baba said. Not carelessly, but Baba said attentively check yourself. What deep impressions are uh, deep in me? There are a lot of impressions about a person, about a situation that doesn't allow different things to happen or different ways the things should happen. So my attention really went to that, and then I thought, just remember Baba to an extent that there is no past. What will happen? How will happen? Will it happen? Will it be okay? All these concerns of future. But if I emerge in Baba's remembrance and I am not allowing the past to repeat in my mind and awareness, so the present will be very, very pleasant. No, Baba says when you are in present, you get presents. You get gift. You say, yes, it was really surprising. It was amazing. It was so good. So we want to see newness, right? And now New Year is coming. We don't want to see same things repeating. And actually they don't repeat, but maybe it's through my awareness somewhere we create them. So whether for my own self first for my own self, then what I have impressions about others. Then Baba says self transformation bring world transformation. So let me think differently this time. You will really like it very much. Let me think differently. Let me think more elevated. As Baba said, pure feelings and good wishes. Let me keep pure feelings and good wishes. So the every thought at the present create in such a way that it's not coming from the concerns of the past. Because if it's coming from the concerns of the past, the present will not be very beautiful, right? And then, of course, there will be a lot of concern for the future. There will be, right? But if I am merged in Baba's remembrance, I'm in soul consciousness, and I said drama was accurate, everything is perfect. And what do I want at present? Let the courage, enthusiasm come not because I have sanskars, but from Baba. When today Baba said, you receive so many treasures, I have to just use them. So this way, what will happen? Your attention lot will be on remembrance, then the task and achievement and intellect always circling around that. But let me just, because main aim is to become Sato Pradhan, right? And that is only possible when there is, as Baba said, lot of patience and depth and maturity, so that my remembrance is loveful, is natural, brings lot of inner happiness to me. So if I want to be constant happy, not having any kind of concerns, and sometimes we overthink, right? Intellect overthinks, mind overthinks. Why it happens? You should only think as much as necessary, whether it's mind or the intellect. So use these qualities of maturity, of depth, of trust and patience. Baba used word patience. And not think based on past experiences, not carry the concerns, and concerns are also from the past experiences. Because then concern become worry. And when there is worry, you cannot remember Baba. Your intellect is too heavy. So every moment, I belong to Baba. Baba is mine with love. I have to remember Baba. And I get whichever quality or power I need from Baba at present moment, and I use it. Tomorrow is a holy day, no? Holiday, Sunday. So very sweetly, happily, with patience, remember Baba. No, nothing else. No situation, no matter, no concern. And see, there is one song which comes at 4 o'clock here. How he does what he has to do. And he does not, right? I just have to have a pure thought, but not a concern. So this carefree mind will make us carefree king. So pay attention to such loveful remembrance of Baba as father, as teacher, as guide, one who is bestower. constantly giving to us. So I have to receive, not live on my past credits of any kind, credits or discredits. So that deeply within there is joy, there is happiness, there is lightness. And I think few years of confluence age, we want to live with that so that I can be constantly happy and a carefree emperor. Oh, Shanti.
You experience yourselves to be the carefree emperors who are constantly on the bed of happiness in the world of happiness. There is no name or trace of sorrow in the Brahmin world or in Brahmin life. Om Shanti.
Awareness of a carefree emperor. Do you experience yourselves to be the carefree emperors who are constantly on the bed of happiness in the world of happiness? There is no name or trace of sorrow in the Brahmin world or in Brahmin life.
बेफिक्र बादशाह की स्मृति। बेगमपुर के बादशाह सदा सुख की शैया पर सुखमय संसार में स्वयं को अनुभव करते हो। ब्राह्मणों के संसार वा ब्राह्मण जीवन में दुख का नाम निशान नहीं।
Shanti.
So welcome to Vikti Journey, a Vikti Parivar Chit Chat, sharing from a true heart touches the heart. So we had last week and live again. We are in Zoom, and thank you, Brother Eric. Today we took away your little bit of time, and now we would like to hear from you all. So welcome, our dear Brother Angel, Brother Eric. Welcome.
Om Shanti, each and every one, greetings of love and angelic greetings of our eternal youth. Big Om Shanti, also our dearest Mohini Didi. And watching those young angels, maybe I'm thinking Sister Sia should do the interview one day with the heart-to-heart conversation with Mohini Didi. I'm sure she would bring very interesting questions as well. She can answer questions, but maybe she can also ask interesting questions. And you know, Sister Sia, when I was listening to you, I was thinking, who would I be today if I had a youth like yours? Because when I think of what I was thinking at 11 years old, it's not exactly the same. I won't be able to share the same stories. So now when Baba says, remember the days of your childhood, I will also remember the days of others' childhood like yours. And I think you are a Didi on the making, no doubt. So Mohini Didi, I feel we have many little Didis, you know, growing now. But also I was thinking that you must have been like that as a young Kumari, right? Like you were very young and you must have had already thoughts and feelings that were a little bit similar to these feelings, isn't it? So first of all, good evening, Om Shanti, and I'm still alive. I'm not dead. I'm still alive, but I'm not in the same room, so I'm still alive. It's not my avyact form speaking from above. I'm still in the corporal world. So do you identify with those young angels that you were in your own way already prepared by Baba in such a young age?
This shows that they brought a lot of sanskars from the past. That means in their past births, their Brahmin life was such that it was easy for them to connect with knowledge, connect with Baba, you know, the way they're using the word Baba, and they really recognize Baba, they're not just saying it. And when listening to these little angels, I feel that they, they are really taking help from Baba, maybe more than us. You know, every time they say, Baba will do, Baba is my companion. And it sounds so real, you know, it's not just intellectual or as if somebody has told them to say that, but they really taking benefit of the company of Baba, taking power from Baba. So even that first day, the little one, little angel, she reads Murli every day by herself. She writes all the points of Murli. And if you see her reading Murli to others, as if a Dadi is reading, she will keep asking, did you understand? Acha, did you understand? You know, it's very interesting to see how these young ones or Adi Kumar or all of them, I sometimes look at them, that Baba's children, they are really true Brahmins. And that is why we continue to give them sustenance, because we feel that they really need, of course, dharana, but also basic aspects of the knowledge they understand. Yeah, I was also 11 years old when I first time saw Brahma Kumari's Dadis, and I was so attracted by them. And of course, with a little mind, you think little, and what little I thought was, how can I help them? How can I give them some sweet, something which they can take for their Baba? because they talked about Baba, our Baba, our Baba. So my imagination was that there is a mountain and it's like a fairyland and there is a Baba there. So the way they talk, so I will ask them what your Baba eats. Baba only eats pera, no cookies, no candies, no chocolates. That's all we had, right? That's what I had at that time. Anyway, it was really a big attraction for daddies. And that's where the connection began. Because their connection is with Baba. And I got connected with Baba. And I wrote a letter to Baba when I was 13. How do you adopt children? What I have to do? And then Baba said, only one thing. You have to study. You have to, when you study, you will recognize Baba and you will become immortal if you study every day. And I know when I was 14, 15, then I started learning knowledge. And I think I was 16 when I started reading Murli in the class without any course, anything, but like the way Dadis will explain you everything. So Baba becomes our life and knowledge becomes our main study. Even I was studying too, but then every morning I will like to read Murli or listen Murli before going to my school first, then college, you know. So what they're saying, I can relate to it. And I feel that they are not saying what has been taught to them in the sense of just theoretically, but this what they're saying is real and it's their true experience and true strength also.
I see that Sia is nodding her head and she's agreeing with you.
Yeah, they are all our future, no? They are the ones who will carry on Baba's task and reveal Baba. Baba used to say that when young ones will speak, then it will definitely, their hearts will be touched, you know.
Now I can really feel like a carefree emperor. I'm listening to her and I'm thinking, okay, then I'm done. I can just wait maybe a year or two and give them all responsibilities and we'll be really carefree emperors with those young angels becoming Didis and Dadas and Daddies, you know, they will really look after the whole thing very nicely. Now I have a new vision of being a carefree emperor. You know, I'm thinking about, of course, constant happiness, carefree emperor. I'm watching those young angels and thinking, what would have been my life today if I had started my life the way they did? So, of course, for many of us, we have to fix. You were sharing about, you know, not coming from the past or not thinking on the basis of the past. But yeah, in their case, their past is so wonderful. I mean, their present, and which will become their past, is so beautiful. So I'm wondering, what would I be today if I had a youth like theirs? So I'm thinking, you know, to chat with you a little bit about when we think of carefree emperor, constant happiness, it's such an elevated goal. And I'm wondering, and I don't want to be negative at all, but is it possible sometimes it's a little bit too much to expect from us to be like this? Or what happens if I'm trying to be constantly happy, but the next morning I'm not happy? So how do you think we should handle the balance between having such an elevated aim, but yet managing when it's not happening? I mean, if I can be a carefree little prince at the moment, I'll be happy. But emperor, I'm not there yet. So how do we manage with this gap between that elevated aim and where we're at the moment?
See, aim always has to be elevated, and we all make efforts, right? And you know, for me, in the morning, like every day, Baba must say, if you are in soul consciousness, you will be happy. If you have awareness of your future, what you're becoming, you will many points Baba says in the Murli about happiness. And I underline those points and I practice during day. Because see what happens, happiness, I call it a kind of energy within us. It's so good, but as I said, there could be some influences, some situations, some challenges, right? And so they emerge, and then we don't feel that light, may not be unhappy, but you don't feel very light or you don't feel very joyful. But you can set yourself into that practice of soul consciousness, remembrance, or bringing to my awareness of what Baba is making me. Aim always has to be the highest, right? And that's where we will ascend. We will gradually become ever happy. I think that paying attention is helping a lot to be more happy in an immersed way, right? And I'm sure that one day we will become carefree. Even comparative to what we were last year, 2 years ago, I think we are carefree, right? We are more on, okay, Baba will take care. We have to be attentive also, as Baba said, that Maya is also very forceful. So Maya will try to interfere. Maya will try to take away our happiness. But we reclaim it quickly, in the sense of, I find that I was saying yesterday that as if one of the benefit is Baba has given us a charger. So when you feel you are not fully charged, you just become soul conscious. Remember Baba. Baba is the charger. And you immediately, feel that you are boosted, You feel that you got boosted, right? In the sense of not preventive, but also your energy goes very, very high. So yes, you are true that there is possibility and it does happen, but we reclaim it very quickly, our happiness, right?
At the moment, we are fortunate to have a kind of a reset available every night, with you. I feel that, what I really enjoy in listening to you is you are almost like clearing the path, every day by giving us understanding, but we still have to do our own work afterwards. And I wish you can do the work for us, but that would be laziness. So I would not qualify as a carefree emperor. But, I was thinking that sometimes the aim or the objective can turn into expectations or maybe desires. Do you see a difference between, desire, expectation, aim? And do you have to give us advice on what to do if it becomes expectation towards a self, which could become a source of unhappiness because I'm expecting myself. And if I don't do that, then I'm maybe disappointed.
Yeah. Tomorrow morning when you read Murli.
Again.
The Murli's heading is how to be ever happy. Okay. That's the Murli for tomorrow. And in which Baba is saying, giving us very good methods. Look at your specialty, use the specialty, look at powers which you are receiving, use them. As much you will use it, they will grow. And two things Baba said. One is, if you look at your specialty, you will be able to look at specialty of others. And when you look at specialty of others, then, Baba is talking about that I have to be happy, I have to make others happy and make God also happy. But Baba is giving very, very beautiful, subtle aspects, how to be constantly happy. And I really enjoyed that Murli I read in Hindi this morning. And I was surprised also that how come we decided to have topic of ever happiness is because of Christmas and we wanted children also to share. But Baba also Murli is of ever happiness. And the word which is using is that your deep awareness when there is contentment. Contentment brings kind of feelings of completeness. And that is where you are very, very happy. So I think that aim is elevated, but there is also efforts. And I think that we all are on the way now to, and what you will find that one day, whether it's your efforts or Baba, you will make it. All of us will make it. We will be, we are carefree comparative to the world. There are always concerns. Whenever they sit, they talk about issues and what is happening in the world. So it becomes worries. But we don't do that, right? Whenever we sit, we try to churn the knowledge and even knowing what is happening in the world, but we don't connect ourselves. We are at confluence stage. Our omens are different. Our actions are different. Our awareness is different. So we are creating a world which is free from worries. We cannot be part of what is happening in the world, right? So yes, we are, I think, quite a large percent of carefree nature, right? We give to Baba and we say, well, Baba will take care. We cooperate with each other and we know it will be done, right? So we could be carefree, and we are, I think.
I think you have developed the art of answering a question with understanding, explanation, and blessing combined. So
Thank you.
your explanations are not just, of course, knowledge, but it's living knowledge that becomes a blessing. Every time I ask you a question, you often, make it into a blessing. So really enjoy that answer. Are you sure on Thursday when you go to offer book to Baba in Satta region, you don't have discussion about which Murli is going to be read on Sunday, or maybe he's listening to you and he says, "Oh, maybe I'll take that Murli on Sunday." Anyway, but I know we don't have much time. Drama is listening.
Accurate drama.
Maybe drama is listening.
No, this shows the connection, no? That, there is a real connection. That's why it's happening, right? Either we getting from there or they getting from us, whatever.
I strongly believe that this whole scene in drama with Avyakti Parivar is part of the different phases of Baba. He was in Sakar form, then, Avyak form, now he is in Zoom form. And so he will create Zoom Kumars and Zoom Kumaris, I don't know, but, the Sakar, Avyak, and Zoom, maybe that's, the different phases. Just before we finish, I know we have just 1 minute, but 2 questions in one, and you can answer in 1 minute is, just still an advice for if the aim is elevated, but we are not satisfied with how much we've reached because we have high expectations or we really have the desire to reach our aim, what would be your advice? And the second question I was hoping to ask you was the difference, of course, we know of happiness in Confluence Age and the happiness in Golden Age. Do you have previews of the type of happiness you will get in Golden Age? Have you tasted sometimes either in trance or maybe in meditation, the style, the feeling of the happiness we'll get in Golden Age?
One thing about looking at aim and efforts, just be natural. No, don't be anxiety about efforts or tension. Just follow and do it natural. Pay attention every day, little more. I also do it very easy. I'm not hard, like, oh, I have to sit for 3 hours or I have to study for 5 hours. No, because it's just like when you are thirsty, you will drink water. As much you are thirsty, you will drink water, right? So as the need, many of you must be feeling your need is increasing, like you feel, oh, I really want to study Murli. I want to remember Baba. So as much you feel it internally, you keep doing it naturally, right? There is no force, no pressure, nothing. So expectation is one thing, but to have real thing is that you feel internally. Like now when I listen to every word of Murli, I really feel Baba is speaking, and so much power in that. So I think every soul, as the needs arise, you start taking that, and it becomes very natural. In golden age, we can still say that we are very natural happy there. Here, we still have to make little effort. And because everything around us is not necessarily pleasant, right? And it's not everyone is happy in the same way. But in golden age, one thing will be everyone will be happy. Harmony, whether it is dancing as they show the ras, nature, elements, harmony, there is, so that happiness is completely different. And we are preparing for that happiness. And that is why Baba said, don't connect with anything which is not what doesn't bring happiness, or with the sorrow. Like for me, my concern is when I don't see anyone happy, I think. And I decided, no, I'm not going to think. I give Sakash. And tomorrow's Murli, Baba will be saying, if you're happy, you're creating the atmosphere of peace and giving power to the souls. So really that made me think today that when I am happy, how it's bringing peace and also power in the souls. Baba using both words. So yes, it's little different. We are happy here, but still there is sorrow around. But in golden age, there will be, everyone will be happy. The nature, animals, every time we see peacocks dancing, really happiness. Very good. We're waiting for that.
Well, one thing for sure is I don't imagine Lakshmi Narayan having a Zoom meeting in the evening and being happy about it. So,
but they will have live concert. Every evening they will have cultural program, lot of entertainment, like a Vyakti Parivar, but not knowledge and dharna. And maybe I sometimes feel this is what we will be doing in the evening there, meeting together in different places and have lot of joyful sharing.
I can't imagine myself walking into Golden Age and seeing everyone on Zoom and thinking, oh, they're also on Zoom here. Probably not. Anyway, you'll be on Zoom maybe in Golden Age with us, so we'll see. To be continued.
There
Thank you,
won't be
Mohini.
Zoom.
No, there will be natural connection. Baba said we will feel and hear the mind of others, so no need for Zoom. Anyway, now we need it and we're really happy with it. So I think it contributes to constant happiness. Will they get Toli in Golden Age, you think?
In Golden Age, 36 variety Toli.
Acha.
This is the Toli for everyone. We will keep for you when you come next time.
And no, it took me a few days to eat all my tolis after Kirpi's village. I had toli every day for the past week. So thank you. Thank you. What's the toli? I didn't see it.
You didn't?
No, I didn't see. We have to see it a little bit to taste it.
It's a very beautiful toli. It's white chocolate and nuts.
Now I can feel it. Yeah. Happy toli.
Yeah, happy toli. Okay. Thank you very much.
Didi. Good night.
Thank you. Good night, everyone. Good night.
Om Shanti. Yes, thank you so much. Another beautiful evening and nice chit chat. So thank you to Didi and our dear brother Eric. Thanks. Now let's remember Baba.
Om Shanti, everyone. And I also want to mention that children are lucky to have parents who are Baba's children. They are Pakka Brahmins. So they are able to get that atmosphere at home. Even Brahma Bhojan, they see Bhog offering. All these children are very lucky because they are, parents are also lucky to have such children. And children are also lucky to have parents, Brahmin parents. And so congratulations to the whole family. Om Shanti and good night, everyone.